go through the process to make the changes in the existing screen of Flexcube. For this purpose, we have select the bulk loan payment screen. We have to add a new column name in the payment details section. The functionality of the name column is this column shows the names of account number that got populated with the click on the populate due button. We select the MFI level to group, center of group code from this LOV, and click on the populate due button. With the click of this button, the information in the payment details section got populated and the name of these two accounts also got populated here. These are the names of these two accounts. How to make this modification? We have to go through the MICON tool. In the MICON tool, we have to select the function generation option. As we have to make changes in the existing screen, we have to load the read XML of MFD BLK PT screen. After the selection of this read XML, information regarding the screen got populated in the left menu of this screen, just like that. These are the different data sources, these are the LOVs, and these are data blocks that pertains to the screen. These are this and the screen. There are two screens, CVS main and CVS checklist, and after that there are field sets. We have divided different fields in the different field sets. So first of all, we have to add a new column in the data source. Data source is the area that got data from the database, and from there we map this data to the screen. Just on the screen we have to show the data through the data blocks. This is the data block that pertain to the payment details section. So what modification we have made? Let me show you. This data source of this data source is CLVWS BLK LIQ settlement. This view is we have added the name one column in this view from this table, CLTB account master, and the column of this table is primary applicant name. So we add this name one column in this view, and after changing this view, we add the name one in the data source. How to add the new column in the data source? Just click on the right click on the data source name, then click on the add button. With the click on the add button, we can add the new column. This is the new column with the name 1. This is the block name BLK settlement. This block name mapped to the screen block name, data block name. So after adding the column in the data source, we move to the data block. The data block name that pertain to the payment details section is the BLK BULK LIQ settlement. In this data block, we also have a new column with the name cust name. After adding the new column, new field, we map this column to a database column of our column name name1 that we added in the previous data source. This is the data source that we mentioned here. This is the data source. After adding the column name, we go to the different properties of this field. Just like that field set, we map this column to this field set FST BLQ LIQ settlement. In this field set, there are different columns. We also add a new column of custom name here already. After doing this, we will generate the files by clicking on this button. We can ignore this error, and after this these files are generated here. So there are different files just like that: JS file, XML files, and remaining are the specifications of different packages, SQL files, INC files. All the SPS, SQL and INC files we have to execute on the database, and JS and XML files we have to copy on the OS. JS file will be copied in the script JS folder, and the XML file will be copied in the UI XML folder. Let me show you the modified copied file. From where we can get the location of the application deployed? Let me show you how can we get this information. We will log in on the console of the WebLogic. After this we will do the login. After successful logging, we will go to the deployment section, and in the deployment section we will click on the application, and from the application we will get the path of application from here. This is the path of application where application is being deployed. So this is a folder of UI XMLs, and this UI XML will be copied here. MFD this is the modified file that is being generated by the MICON tool. We have copied it here. And for about the JS file, we have copied it here. This is the file. Okay. Let's go back to the MICON tool. We have added the data sources. We have to make the changes in the data blocks, and we have add the field in the field set. After this, we generate the files from here, and we have copied the file in the respective folder. This is all we have to do with the MICON tool. After that, we have to do the little bit modification in the database package. We will make the changes in the package mfpks mfd_blkpt underscore custom. In this package, we have to populate the name column that's present here with the code to display the values of this name. So what is the code required to make changes? We have to write code in the post query fn post query function. Basically, this is the first p_work_mfd_blkpt is the screen variable, screen object. After that, there is a section of liquidate settlements, and we have to go through all records in this section. So we have, first of all, we have checked that if there is any record. If there is a record, we will loop through the cursor from start to end, and after that we have select the customer name from the table from the database as database table STTM customer by writing this query, and we have write the into statement to the object of the payment grid screen here. For each row we are setting the name of the account number that is mentioned here, just like that. So after iterating from each bracket, it will populate the customer name in the screen. So it is all that is required to make changes and to get the value on the screen. So it's done. Thank you for attending.